Okay, guys. Well, I'm sorry I couldn't be there with you today, but you know what? I am here with you today. Still teaching, even though I'm not in the room with you. Guys, today, we've been talking about simplifying stuff, and we've talked about, numerical expressions, something that looks like this, 4 plus 3. Now, that represents a number, but that's not the simplest way we can represent the number. This is the simplest way when we put those two terms together and we get 7. Okay? Now, today we're going to be talking about simplifying variable expressions, but there are some terms that we need to deal with before we start doing that. And I can already see a typo right there, guys. That should say of. So go ahead and make that change on your paper. And now I'm going to erase that and just talk about it for a minute. Guys, terms are the parts of an expression that are separated by pluses and minuses. Okay, those things are called the terms. All right. Now, I'm going to talk about that when we get down here to this example in just a moment, but that's not where we are yet. So, anyway, that's what terms are. Now, a coefficient. The coefficient of a term with a variable is the number that comes in front of the variable. So, in this term, it says in the term negative 7x right here, the 7 is the coefficient because I'm sorry, it should say negative 7. Another typo, guys. That's all right. That's why I'm here right now. Negative 7 is the coefficient. That's the number that's in front of the variable. Okay? All right. So I made a couple of mistakes in there, but that's all right. Now, the next thing is a constant term. A constant term is a term that has no variable. So this would not be a constant. But for example, 5 would be. And negative 8 and 17, those are numbers, or those are terms without variables. Okay, and they're called constants. Excuse me, guys. Now, like terms, and this is so important when we're trying to simplify variable expressions, so we definitely need to get this down. Okay, but like terms are terms that have the exact same variables, including the exponents of the variables. Okay, so when we look at this one, it says 4x squared y and negative 3x squared y. Those are like terms because they have the exact same variables. 4x squared y and 7xy squared are not like terms because you'll notice here I've got x squared and here I don't. I just have x to the first. Okay? So those are very important things that we need to remember. Like terms have the exact same variable stuff behind them. All right? Now let's look at this first expression, and I'm going to write it a little bit bigger. It says y plus 8 minus 5y minus 3. Okay? Now it says identify the terms, and you'll remember we said that terms are separated by pluses and minuses. All right? So when we look down here, you can see I have 4 terms, and I'm going to circle them in a different color. This first one is positive y. Even though it doesn't say positive out there, it is positive y. We always take the number and the sign in front of it. Okay? The next term is positive 8. The third term is negative 5y. And then the last term is negative 3. Now looking at this, you can see I have, well, I'm not going to get off and get ahead of myself. Okay? I've got 4 terms. All right? Now it says identify the like terms. Well, I can tell you this. The 8 and the negative 3, these are like terms. They have the exact same variable stuff, which is no variable. Okay? They're constants. So they are always, constants are always like terms. But then you can also see this y and this 5y, these are like terms. So let me write some stuff out. It says terms, okay, so I've got, and I'm going to write positive y, comma, positive 8, comma, negative 5y, comma, negative 3. Okay? And guys, I'm going to stop this video right here, and then I'll pick it up on the next video. All right? Good job.